Yeah. Good morning, students. So, welcome to the second class of Database Management Systems course. So, in last class, we discussed about. Let me quickly revise the what we discussed in the last class, 0th class. What we discussed in the 0th class is that we have. We discussed in the 0th class is that importance of this course. Let me in 1 minute I will quickly revise this. So for any company or organization, data is important. Okay, and data is important, and also this organization of this data, organization of this data is also very important. This is the major challenging task for any company or for any industry or for any college. Now, second one is this DBMS, database management systems, this database management systems course generates idea regarding what? Generates idea regarding this, how to organize your data or how to work with that data, how to work with data. Now, next, third important thing is that it is also very much important in terms of placements. Why it is? Because it can embed with any programming language. It can embed with any programming language. It can embed with any programming language like C, Python, Java, Ruby. Now, so this is what is the quick idea regarding what we learned in the earlier class. Now, let us try to move. Move to the next slide. So we are going to. I am going to start Unit 1. So these are the textbooks. Your Unit 1 is from this textbook, from the Introduction to Database Systems using CJDate. And remaining units 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major concepts will be from which is famous textbook Raghu Ramakrishnan. This famous textbook Raghu Ramakrishnan. This famous textbook, this Raghu Ramakrishnan, is very, very famous. Now, okay. So your Unit 1 is from this. Unit 1. Okay, and rest of major units 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, fifth unit, some part is from I think this textbook. Okay, yeah. Major portion covers from this Raghu Ramakrishnan. Okay, right. Now let us look at the syllabus of your Unit 1. This is Unit 1. I already gave you the idea regarding the syllabus of the Unit 1. So we are going to study about what is database. Okay, and we are also going to study about why database is needed, and data independence, and mainly important thing is that we are supposed to study about the architecture. It is having 3 levels of architecture. Yes, 3 levels of architecture. Okay, one is external level, and the next one is conceptual level, second one, and the third one is internal level. Okay, yeah, main one 3 levels of architecture contains 3 levels: external level, and second one is conceptual level, and third one is internal. So we will see the relationship and the diagram between all these levels. Okay, and also in DBMS the importance of this DMA, database management administrator. Okay, he will also comes under one of these levels that we will see where he exists, and also we will see the client server architecture, and also we will see the client server architecture. Okay. So anyway, in all this unit 1, the important thing is the 3-level architecture, which is very important. Right, next. So this is the basic fundamental for your course. If you are not able to understand this, you will not understand anything in this course. First, let us look at this course. What happens? What happens in this is that we are all having mobiles, right? So we are all having mobiles. So suppose this app, we are interacting with this app. We are having mobiles. User 1, user. We can also call him as client. No problem. We can also call him as client. So using mobile, nowadays using mobile app, using mobile app, I am interacting with Amazon browser or Amazon web page. Using mobile app, using Amazon mobile app, and I am connecting to Amazon mobile app using mobile. Next, what happens? This is in mobile I am having Amazon app. Assume like that. In mobile I am having Amazon app. Using that, suppose I am ordering a book. Okay. So backside of this, assume like this is Amazon app. This is Amazon app. So this Amazon app, this Amazon app, see, this definitely there should be a software which manages your app. Otherwise, everything is not possible. Remember, yes, Amazon app requires a management software. Amazon app requires a management software which is called as management software, which is called as, let me call that software as DBMS. Database management systems. It acts as an interface between clients and the database, where actually your data gets stored. Suppose if I ordered one book, that order is an input to a software, to database management system, that places an order inside our database. Suppose earlier your Amazon database contains, let us assume like earlier your Amazon database contains 25 books. Now after order, it contains, suppose order happens, okay, you delivered one book, it becomes 24 books. Okay, this is what generally exists inside your database. Okay, this request travels to this using a software, that is nothing but DBMS, and we all comes under the clients. Using app, we are interacting with this database using a software called as database management systems. Okay, this is let me give a very clear understanding about, again, and a very clear understanding about this. Okay, he is user using a software, okay, interacting with the database which is physically exist, okay. So this software we can call as DBMS, okay. And here also a database, definitely we need a database administrator, let me call as DBA, database administrator. Okay, so for any yes, you can also think in this way. For any company, you need to have a database. Okay, if you want to retrieve any data from this database, you need to have a software called as DBMS. As simple as that. Very easy. Okay. Now let us move to next slide. What is there? Or you can also conclude here like, DBS, database system. You can think like DBS, database system, is equal to combination of database plus database management system. Okay, so database system is combination of this entire thing. I can call it like this entire thing. This entire thing I can call it like database system. This entire thing I can call it like a database system. Database system is combination of database management system, and for anything client is common. Okay, so nothing to worry. So this is very important sense. Very important. Right now. Yeah. Let's move to the next slide. Now. Yeah. So in this model, we identified some parameters like database and database management systems. Suppose in this database system is combination of database plus this combination of database plus DBMS. Let me write here DBMS. Okay. So let us look at what is database. This is the definition of database management system. So database is organized collection of data. You can call it like this. What is this organized collection? You can call this organized collection like records, tables, files. Records, tables, files. Okay. And what is database management system? We need a software, right? In order to retrieve data from these tables, files, and to give that data to the customer. Definitely we need a software. Now we can understand very well. We need a software to read data from these records, tables, files, and to give it to the customer. Okay. Yes. So database management system is a software that interacts with user applications and database itself to analyze the data. And you have several database management systems, several softwares. I will give details about that, like MySQL, all that things I will give the details. So data is organized collection of database is an organized collection of data. Example, records, tables. Database management system is nothing but software, okay, to work with this database. Right, next. Yeah. If you look at this, so DBMS softwares, yes, we discussed. DBMS is a software. We are having several database management systems. In this, as far as I know, the most famous one is MySQL. We are all going to work with this MySQL in your laboratory, okay? In lab, we are working with this. We are going to working with MySQL. And you can have another famous Oracle. You can also have Oracle. Yeah, IBM is also having its IBM database too. You can also having MongoDB. All these things. Now, let us. Microsoft is having its own Microsoft SQL Server. Okay, these are the logos of all that database management systems. Now, let us quickly differentiate these two. Yeah, of course those are softwares to manage, but there is a small difference between these two. This MySQL is open source and this Oracle is closed source. This Oracle is closed source. Now, what is the difference between the open source and the closed source? You might have learned about this. See, this MySQL is freely available over the internet. You can easily download it and install in the system. Whereas this Oracle database management system, it's a corporate source or a closed source. It's a corporate source or closed. You can also call it like corporate source. It's a corporate source or closed source. You need to buy it. Remember. That's why generally we freely download this MySQL from net and we can easily install and work on it. So you can ask the question, sir, why don't you prefer? Oracle is also good, no? Why don't you prefer it? But if you look at this too, see, whenever it is a open source, several programmers, scientists works freely with this MySQL database to design. Okay, see, if you look at whenever it is open, no, whenever it is open means all means several. Okay, whenever it is closed, no, closed source or corporate source, no, limited. Whenever it is open, several programmers works on database to design. Whenever it is closed, like Microsoft, limited clever people will work. But the point is, when several people are working together, there is a chance of sharing more thoughts. So that's why if you look at the look and feel of MySQL is good compared to the look and feel of Oracle. Okay, you will not able to understand now, but I can say that the look and feel of MySQL is good because several programs worked on its design very well. But whereas in Oracle, it may not look good. Okay, yeah, it may not look good, but MySQL is most popular also. Now, fine, we will see each and everything is having advantages, more advantages rather than drawbacks. Each and everything has having its own advantages. So we will see that now. Yeah. Now, let us look at this. An example of university database. Suppose if you look at any university, you should have a file. Yes, remember very easily you should have a file or a table regarding enrollment. Okay, you need student ID definitely. You need section. You need its grade code also. Okay, right? For any student, you need. Suppose this is a student table. For any student, you need a student ID, student name. Okay, and you can also have for any section. You should also have a table or a file regarding section ID, section term. All these things you will see. Or you can also remember easily, like if you look at for any university, you need to store information regarding students. You need to store information regarding faculty. You should also store information regarding subjects. You should also store information regarding the results. And you should also store regarding the information sections. Regarding the section. So for all these five, you should have a separate files. You should have separate files. Let me call simply those files as tables. Sometimes we can call it like tables. Sometimes we can also call it like databases. Yes, you can also call it like databases. Okay. Yeah, you can also call it like the databases. Yes, you can also call it like tables. You can also call it like, you should have a student database, you should have a faculty database, you should have subject. The combined thing, you can call it like a big database called as university database. Yeah, it is very simple. Okay, right now. Yeah, what is the characteristics of this database? If you want to design a database, if you want to design or if you want to work with the database, first you should provide a security. That's why we are having a database administrator, and it should remove redundancy. How can we remove redundancy? We can remove redundancy using a technique called as normalization. Okay, and it should be self-descriptive. You will learn more about in designing tables. In designing tables, you will learn more about this. Okay, yeah, and it supports multiple views of data. Yeah, of course there is a difference between a view and a table that you will learn, and also it supports with, yes, your database should support to store graph, audio and video. Okay, yes, this is challenging task. This is the big challenging task. This is the big challenging task, to store graphs, audio and video. And next, steering of data, okay. And this is advanced one that you will learn, and it should support multi-user. It should also support atomicity, consistency, isolation and durability. You can observe all these things in banking example, banking transaction management, banking transaction management. Now, yeah, okay, yeah, it is, this DBMS should provide security and it should eliminate redundancy. Okay, how it provides security using database administrator as well as using normalization, and it should support multiple views. Yeah, several persons can see this. You will get clear idea regarding this, and it supports with, yeah, your database should be able to store graphs, audio and video also. It also should support another person have to share the data in this, and it should support multi-user. It should also support this acid properties, atomicity, consistent. This is major important for banking application transaction management. Okay, right now. So applications of DBMS, you all know that banking, it is having applications, airlines, we have already seen an example. Okay, university database, of telecommunication, finance, yes, you all know finance, right? Finance, sales, Amazon, Flipkart, manufacturing, MR management. We are all daily using this. Okay, right now. So we stop here and let us quickly revise the things what we discussed. Okay, let us quickly revise the things what we discussed. Okay, summary what we discussed. First we discussed about the unit 1. We started unit 1. Okay, unit 1, 3-level architecture. Okay, and also 3-level architecture. We are also going to learn what is database. We studied what is database, why database, and what is DBMS. We'll study about all these things. And second one is database model. We have seen this. What it says? It says is that database system is equal to database plus database management system. Database management system. Now, we studied this, and we have also seen the examples of DBMS like MySQL, Oracle, IBM DB2, all these things. Now, we have also seen the applications. We have also seen the applications of this database management systems like airlines, banking. Okay, for any college we should have this. Yeah, like that we have seen. So this is what is the summary we have learned in the second class. I'll stop here and I will continue in the next class. Thank you.